Bienvenue dans les locaux de la Fight Move Academy pour ce nouveau format où on vous présentera
l'usine à champions.
C'était pas ça qu'il fallait dire.
la vie des
Non, vas-y.
dans les locaux
Je sais
de la...
ce qu'il faut dire. Ça y est.
Tu sais?
Oui. Fantastique. C'est bon.
Salut tout le monde, salut la Fight Move Family. On est ici en présence de Moreno avec Jess et on va vous raconter un petit peu de ce qu'il y a sur cette table. Qu'est-ce que t'en penses, Jess?
Je ne vois pas de quoi vous voulez dire. Well, we're going to switch in English. A warm welcome to Moreno. We have the chance to have you here today.
Yes, sir.
We've trained together and now a podcast. And what a great podcast we're going to have.
Yes, I hope so.
Moreno, we're going to start strong.
Yes.
What is important for us to understand about you, to understand your journey into fighting?
Well, I always loved fighting since I was little. When I was little, I always watched like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
Were you a brawler as a kid? Because you
A
seem
little
so
bit.
sweet, man.
A little bit. Yeah, I was a little bit with my dad. I always tried to fight him, and he always like got me, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I give up. And as soon as he released me, I was like, I just faked it. I'm coming back. And it was like, and he catch me again. I was like, fuck, I can't. No. Okay. And then, when I was a kid, I actually watched a lot of Schwarzenegger films. And I used to want to be a bodybuilder because I like to be the big muscle.
A very strong man.
Yeah, very strong man.
Was your dad heavyweight too? Like,
No, he was around 90 kilos.
okay,
But he was always
he was still a big man.
Yeah, was always fit.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
always
Okay,
training and was always in good shape. And but then sometimes later I switched from that goal, and I started to do like the usual like football and everything, and I never resonated with me. So then I started karate.
Thank God.
Yeah. I started karate. I was like, oh yeah, I like that, but still was not the thing I wanted to. And then later on, my friend told me, yeah, you want to come see my uncle fight? He fights in, they said street fight. They called it street fight back then. MMA was street fight. And I was like, sure. And when I saw it the first time in the ring, I was like, man, that's really cool. I want to do this because like it never stopped. It always was going on. I was like, I want to do that. But back then it was really hard to do because like right now you have everywhere the infrastructure and everybody trains it and it's easy to get access to it. But before it was like super hard. You had to go like to Zurich or to further place, maybe Lausanne or so, to get into a gym where you can do that. And I was like, because I was still young, I was like, it's too far for me. I cannot do it.
When was that? The first time you saw a street fight?
The first one, that's for sure like 15 years ago or more maybe.
So you were like a teen,
Yeah.
15, 16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the first fight I saw when I was like 12.
You know, when you told me about when I saw that, I really wanted to do it. And there was that little spark and glimpse in your eyes
Yeah.
that you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What made you enjoy that and think, well, this is something I want to do?
Because I think it's the biggest test you can do is fighting. Of course, I mean, every sport you do, if you do it professionally, it's hard and everything. But if fighting is like,
There's nothing harder.
No, there's nothing harder.
It's
Because
the truth, actually. It's because you can run in striking, in jiu-jitsu, you don't get punched.
yeah. And in MMA is like it never stops. I like MMA. I like all other fightings too, because I watch like sumo and everything like that. I like it in general, fighting. But MMA is just even if you, at one point you're not that good. Like, let's say you're not a good kickboxer, you still can get someone to the ground and finish him there. And people have to deal with that. You cannot because if you just do kickboxing or just boxing, you have to be good in that. You cannot switch things. And here you can switch up things or just minor adjustments in your game, and that can switch the whole fight. And I love that because it's not easy. You have to be prepared for everything.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's high stake chess game.
Yeah.
Because there's so much subtlety about the sports. As you told, it's way further. It goes above and beyond violence. It's furthermore so many techniques, so many details that you have to adapt to.
Yeah.
And so is life actually.
That's true. And it's like when you fight, sometimes, you know, people always like, oh yeah, he's way better. He's gonna win easy. But that's not true. That's the thing. Sometimes you can win fights just by your pure will. Like in the last fight I did in the LFL, there was a women's fight, and these two were going at it the whole time. And even at the end, the commentator told the winner, I can't remember the name right now out of the blue, but he told her she was actually better than you in many parts, and she said yes. But your pure will was like just going forward, not stopping, not giving up. Won her the fight, and that was amazing.
You know, this is something that inspires me a lot about you, is what you have here and here. And this is something I've had the luck to encounter a few times.
Yeah.
When we talk together, you have so much sweetness and you're calm, you're grounded. And this is something that I really, really love about fighters. I don't know why, but I think it's inspiring, because going just full bully on something doesn't show many values, I think.
Yeah.
The fact that you have so much leveling to your thinking, that's something that attracts me a lot about you.
It's the contrast, like capable of being mean in there and like destroying someone's leg or head.
Man.
And outside we know you, and everybody who sees you here will say like, this guy is not capable of doing harm to anybody. But that's the contrast, I think, that's really interesting about fighters.
There's one famous psychologist, Jordan Peterson. He's gone viral.
Yeah.
There's one thing he said that reminds me of you is, in order to be purely and truly nice, you have to master the beast within.
Yeah.
And it's the ability to go deep inside and have that, not darkness, but knowing that you can be a beast, control it. And then being nice is a real choice. It's not because you have to adapt and be nice because someone can.
You're not nice because you don't have the tools to defend yourself, so you better be nice to people. Like, you're nice because it's a true...
You don't fake it.
Yeah, it's a true will of you, like you being nice to other people. Because if you want to be mean, if you want to be like this bully, you can. Yeah. But you're not. So I think that's like really the thing.
Yeah.
You're really nice because you want it, you know?
Yeah.
This brought... See
that? Gotcha.
This brings me to one aspect of your life. Is that being nice, giving back, being a pure human?
Yeah.
How is that related to you being a coach?
To me being a coach? Oh, that's a good question. I like to be nice to everyone because I like to be treated the same way. That's why I am like that. And also, I don't like bullies. I hate bullies because I was bullied when I was younger. Because I was always a big guy and I was always super nice, people tried to bully me, especially like some like wannabe gangsters tried to bully me.
The Chihuahuas, the one that were barking.
They always came in a group, you know?
Yeah, of course.
And they always tried to bully me. And when they were in the group, they were like strong. And I never did something, you know? I was always holding back and everything. And sometimes later that switched then because they bullied me too much. And I was like, okay, I have enough. I'm going to destroy them if they bully me, keep bullying me. And it started to stop because of it. But that's why I try to be nice. Why bully someone? That's not cool, right? So
definitely.
And in coaching, of course I like to be nice, but I also like to be strict there. So because I want to, if I coach someone, I have a couple of guys I coach, And when I coach them, I want them to be prepared as good as they can, because fighting is always dangerous. Even if it's amateur and everything, there can always be happening something. And I saw a lot of like guys that were not prepared well. They got lucky that they had like kind of the same opponent like they are, so it didn't go crazy. But there's like in amateur, there's some guys that are really good.
Yeah.
Like they could be pros already, but they still get some experience in the amateur business. And if they fight someone like that is not prepared well, that can end like catastrophic. And so that's why I try to be nice with my guys, because that motivates them. If I'm just a dick to them the whole time, they probably sometimes don't want to come anymore, right? So, yeah.
So you talked about discipline, work, taking care of your fighter, and being nice. Well, guys, being nice pays off. And it motherfucking pays off big time. Yeah. Moreno.
Yes.
I think Tona has a big question about something in this room.
You have a big belt right there.
Yes.
We have a big belt right there.
I haven't seen it.
How was it? How was it? Like, my first question is, how was it, the feeling, you know, to have the belt around your waist?
It was good. I was more happy that the work paid off.
Yeah.
That I did, than the belt, because the belt is just like is a metal thing. You know? It's like it's cool for like 1 or 2 days, but after I'm like a contender.
Okay.
Because I have to fight again.
Yeah.
I'm not like in a higher position because of it. You know. It's like it does. The belt itself don't make me better. I have to make myself better. So
that's your first belt, right?
In MMA, it's my first belt. Yes.
In MMA, good. What does that belt closes as a chapter, and what new chapter does it open? But that's gonna be the second question. Which chapter does it closes now?
It closes that I can fight on that level to get these belts, to win championships. That's what it closes like for my mind. And
you're at that.
Yeah.
State.
I can do it.
It puts you there. Now you know it.
Yeah.
Like
that up there.
Yeah.
It can close the doubt about it, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Did you had some?
You always have doubts, I think.
I think, as a fighter.
I always have doubts, you know, especially, I think my most doubts I have in training. Like if I have a bad day, I'm like, man, I couldn't finish him, or I couldn't get away from that position in that moment. Yes, maybe I'm really tired because I was like the 10th round I go in and I always get like a new opponent and stuff like that. But in my mind, I'm always like, I have to do it. I cannot not do it. I have to finish in the training strong. And if I don't finish strong, I'm always like, it gives me doubts for a couple minutes or hours. It's like, man, even if Nelson comes after, man, you did really strong the whole time. And you were tired. I was like, yeah, I was tired, but still have to do it. I cannot not do it. I have to win it still. And I was like, no, it's okay. And I was like, no, it's not okay. I'm not happy with my performance then if I cannot finish. But it's a normal thing. But still, it happens. And that can give you like doubts for some hours, maybe a day or two.
Can you, I mean, this is also a question for you. How hard is it for a fighter to juggle between that is great, I've done great in that, but also I'm unhappy with that part, being grabbed, being having a hold on me, being hit. Is it something, or is it really black and white? Or can you say, well, this I do good?
For me, it's about you always have good days and bad days in training. And the bad days, like you said, can put the doubt in you, you know?
Does it?
And yeah, they do. And somehow they do get you like this, a little bit of doubt and a little bit of frustration because you're preparing for a fight. So you should be like feeling great, you know? But then there comes, for me, it comes with acceptance, you know? You need to be able to just accept that it was a bad day. And if I'm able to accept it, then I control the doubt.
What made you able to switch that and accept that process?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I think early on my career, because like I've been training many years, and since the beginning I've had like my father that was guiding me, you know, through more the training part than the fighting part. He was really like coaching me and telling me like, hey, there's days like this, it's not the best ones, but you just have to.
So you knew it from him.
Yeah.
Moreno?
Yeah, it's like you said, you have to accept it. But I also think sometimes it's good to have the bad days, because if you just have good days, you're like, oh yeah, so everything is good, and everything is the way.
Yeah,
and you
man.
maybe get a little bit too high, you know?
Yeah.
Not that much, but a little bit. And
High
that-
on yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that can give you like openings to make mistakes. And sometimes when you have the bad days, I feel like that you start thinking, oh, maybe I didn't do this and that, and you start thinking more, and you start to watch yourself more, so you get better out of it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, because you work with the mistakes, and sometimes you have to also watch the things around you, you know, maybe not enough sleep and stuff like that. Like one of my worst days I
That
had.
explains it too sometimes.
Yeah, that's a big factor, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe you wake up, you sleep like 4 hours. 4 hours for a fighter is like bad. It's like super bad.
You don't tell. Last time we were sparring with what's his name? He has big arms, tattoos. He owns the gym. It's Nelson.
Nelson?
Right? Yeah, something like that.
He beats up. Does he beat up everyone?
That's
Yeah,
the big
but,
factor.
hey, have you seen the beating?
Like that's the
Have you
question.
seen the beating? Have someone seen the beating? Jules, t'as vu?
I think
il
no
était pas
one
là.
saw him.
Dude,
No one saw it.
I slept like 3 hours. Man, I got my ass whooped like
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
Like worse than
So,
he
yeah.
would normally.
So yeah, sleep is so important, guys. Sleep.
Yes.
Sleep.
Sleep before fight.
I have like a
Really
story
important.
of that too. Is like my worst day I had was in a sparring day here, when I slept like the whole week. Every day I would sleep like 4 hours. I came every day here. I wasn't working at that time. I came here every day, do the strength and conditioning, do the training. Man, I was like dead at the weekend. I was like
Yeah, of
super
course.
that I saw everything, but my movement, my instincts were like super slow. Like if I saw the punch and I reacted in my brain, my body was like a second off. And every time I got punched in my face, and it was like Volkan that day, like Volkan Isdemir, if you guys don't know, one of the
Now you
UFC
know.
best, my big bro. Man, he fucked me up that day. I was like, after the sparring, I was thinking like, is
What
that
were you
the-
thinking?
I was thinking, is that the right thing for me to do? Man, I got fucked up so bad from him.
Like you put your whole career in doubt.
Yeah, bro, he beat my ass so bad,
Yeah.
and he wasn't even going that hard, you know.
I think I remember that.
And I was
day.
like,
think
I
remember
was
it.
sitting there and like thinking. I was like, I think I sat there like for half an hour just thinking like, what the fuck happened today? I never got beaten like that before. And then I was like, okay, I have to check what it was. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's not for me, you know? And then I was like, okay, next week I sleep every day, like 7-8 hours. And I did that. And the same week we did sparring. And man, Volkan had such a hard time at that day. He even complimented me. He was like, I saw him talk with Nelson, and he was go to Nelson. He's like, you see Moreno, man, he got way better. And Nelson was like, yeah. And I heard it, and it made me so happy. I was like, yeah, I got better.
Hey, I have a question now for you. Is does having the belt made? I know it's not like the UFC belt,
Yeah.
right? But did it make a difference? Like in your life? I don't know. Do you get like messages? Do you get like a different kind of attention from the public on Instagram? You know, like
Yeah.
socials. Do you get a different type of attention in the gym? Maybe.
a free after that?
No, I didn't.
do you get free like? Damn.
For the one
That
who
was
didn't
the
heard
main
it,
question.
Jules screamed, Did you get any favors from beautiful ladies?
Yes, that's what he screamed. No, because I think I would have gotten maybe one because
Favors?
yes, because one lady, a random lady, I think she's actually also a fighter, kickboxer. She wrote me, "Oh, I didn't know you won." I was like, "Shit, I should have told you," because she saw me coming into the hotel because she was in the same hotel as me, and she wrote me later when I was flying back to Switzerland. It was like, "Oh, I didn't know you won that fight." I was like, "Oh,
If only I knew.
yeah, if I knew that you didn't know, I would have told you." But yeah, I get more attention from it. So more people wrote me like that didn't write me before.
Man, it was crazy. The number of stories
Yeah,
when you got crowned.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, a lot of
the
people
whole gym.
posted. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of guys from the gym, a lot of friends, also like friends that I knew before.
Yeah, that now know you
Yeah,
back.
that now
you
know
again.
me. It's cool. I'm happy that I get more recognition. Also, like I
Some
get
that are even your brothers, you didn't know they were your brothers.
yeah.
Like, hey, bro.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
bro, congrats.
there are some random people also writing me, some other heavyweights, like, "We have to fight." And I was like, "Who are you? I don't know you. How do we need to fight?" It's like crazy.
So you got like enemies from having the belt, like
More rivals.
They put a target on your head.
Yeah,
now.
before I just had like some kind of managers that wrote me for fights. But
Okay.
now it's like fighters writing me, "Hey, we have to fight," or they make stories and they say, "Oh, you want to see me fight him?" I was like, "Who are you? I don't even know you."
That's awesome.
They're not even in the league, you know?
That's awesome. I feel like it's a different kind of attention because you are like the champion. You
Yeah.
know? Like even if it's not the biggest league right now in Europe, it's a league that like can really put you on the map for Dana White Contender Series, for
It's
one of
being
the
in the UFC
biggest
like
door.
on short notice. Like
Yeah.
it's a big door now to step into the UFC to get to the next step. I mean, I say UFC, it can be in any other big league, but in the
Yeah.
end, that's why I asked, because I really feel like
We wanna know.
it's putting you there. And what? Guys, I'm gonna see the next part of the podcast on YouTube, like everyone else. I'm gonna say goodbye because I have to go have class.
Yes.
Hey, Tona. I've seen you. Look at the time.
Yeah,
What do you wear for a watch?
it's Bamberg. Okay.
Placement de produit.
Go.
Yeah, see you, bro.
See you. Thank you.
See you, brother. Can you scream it back? See you, brother. Fuck you.
And yeah, I work with some offers, and but also I have to say to all the fighters that try to challenge me, I don't choose the fights.
You can look at that camera.
Oh yeah, I don't choose the fights. My coach, my manager chooses the fights. So if you think I'm ducking you, don't think that. I don't give a fuck who I fight. I fight everyone, everywhere, anytime. We can fight right after the weigh-in. I don't care. So don't say I'm ducking you. I'm not ducking no one.
No duck, a big fuck.
Yeah, because that's like I read some comments like from some people that try to push one fighter, and it's like, "Oh, you have to fight him. Don't duck him." And I was like, "What?"
Do you feel like people are thinking that you're ducking people?
Yeah, some
Man, that's
people think
crazy.
that.
Because you, I mean, knowing you now, I know that you can fight it every other month.
Yeah, as long as I'm healthy, I fight. I can fight every month. I don't care.
There's no quit in you.
No, that's the thing, you know. It's like some people write, "Oh, you don't duck him." I was like, "Bro, come on, what are you talking about?" But I don't want to go into it too much because then I start trash talking too, and I don't want to do that yet.
No, keep the nice panda on.
Yeah, keep it. But I just say, if someone wants to trash talk me, don't do it. You're gonna lose. I'm the trash talk master. That's what I do with my friends all the time, and I never lose.
Undefeated, orange.
Undefeated in trash talking.
Moreno,
Yes.
what's the deal about Panda?
The Panda? The deal is one, I love to eat a lot, and two, I hate stairs. If you ever see me training in stairs, I swear to God, I come up like Kung-Fu Panda when he came in the first movie, when he fight Tai Long, and it's like, give me a second. That's exactly me when we do stairs. Every time I go up, there's like, fuck this.
Just for the record, I've seen you ducking the stairs today.
I did. That's not
Fight analysis.
yeah, he did like, it's like, you gonna do stairs? I was like, nope. Not gonna do it. But I also have a different strength and conditioning plan than you guys have a personal one. So I do this one yet.
Nice.
But I'm also happy I don't have to do the stairs.
How is coming back from a fight, from a title fight,
Yeah.
look for you now? What do you do from your days?
It's the same. I do the same every time. Usually after a fight, it doesn't matter if I'm injured or not. If I'm injured, I take a bit longer rest. But if I'm not injured, I take like 1 week. And before the fight, I always eat like, I try to eat strict. I don't eat too much sweets and stuff like that. Not because I can't. Usually I can, but for this fight, I had to cut weight because I got a bit heavier.
Did you?
Yes.
You look slim now today, bro.
Yeah, I'm not, but I eat ice cream yesterday. So I eat a whole package of Mars ice cream.
So the whole the family pack.
Yes, for Moreno. But yeah, usually I take 1 week break. I don't do any training, and I just eat sweets and stuff like that. And I like to eat, if I'm in a different country, I like to eat some stuff there.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
In Amsterdam, there's like a really good apple pie. I go every time. When I fight there, I go there every time. I love it. And after 1 week, if I'm not injured too much, I start training again, usually. Yeah.
This is so cool. Man, we're going to leave with one question.
Yes.
What is one thing you would say to people who wants to follow a dream?
It's hard. It's hard to do, but you have to just try it, you know? If you didn't try it, and I mean, like, not a month. Like, people are like, oh, I tried it a month. I was like, man, you don't even start. A month is not even starting. You have to go for a year, 2. Maybe it's for you, maybe not, but you only can find out if you do it, right? Like, for me, I always had the mind that I want to be a fighter, and I listened to the naysayers too. Like, I was like, a lot of people are like, oh, you cannot do it from Switzerland because we're too small and you cannot fight enough here. And I was like, yeah. And I start to believe them, and I start to doubt me. And one person that motivated me the most is like Volkan, my big bro. When he made it, it's like, that gave me such a push. It's like, man, you can do it. You can actually do it. He gave me back my belief to do it, because I was starting to listen to everyone else to not do it, because you can, like in Switzerland, you can make money so much easier than fighting.
Yeah.
Because fighting at the beginning, you don't make money. You fight to get a record. When you have a name, you make money. But before that, you don't make money. And yeah, you go through hard times for basically no money, nothing in general.
Being high up there is definitely the doors to heaven, but you fucking have to deserve it and earn it.
It's not easy. It's really, really hard.
And that's the same for every dream. I think. I mean,
Yes.
I totally agree with you, and you have to enjoy the journey. And this is something that inspires me so much about you, is the fact that you truly enjoy the journey.
Yeah. And also the thing is, like, people are like, yeah, if you do this, it's super hard. And so, but so is if you do it as an own business. If you start a business, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you do an own business, but the start is hard. So it's the same thing, like if you would try to do your dream.
I was trying to Kiran. Kiran, do you know him? He owns the Okapi, the cafe in town.
Yeah.
And he told me 1 round of jiu-jitsu, 1 round of sparring is 1 year of having a business.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you have to fail, try to win, and you just
that's
roll with the punches.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu is a good. I think jiu-jitsu is one of the best life-changing sports to do.
You don't talk to me about that. I'm learning so much from it.
Yeah, because at the beginning you can be the biggest, strongest guys. If you get a purple belt that has good technique, he can be like 30 kilo, 40 kilo lighter. He's gonna fuck you up, and you're like, "What the fuck just happened?" I'm like, we had like a guy. He's now a black belt. His name is Luciano. When he told me when he started, he was like a pro bodybuilder, like professional. And it was huge, man. He bench pressed me one time in jiu-jitsu. Back then I was like 140 kilogram. I was on the side control, and he just pushed me up and put me on the side. I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" And he told me when he started going to jiu-jitsu his first time, he got fucked up. And he was like, "How is that possible? I do boxing, I do everything. I'm big as fuck, super strong. I got fucked up by a lighter guy. What the fuck happened?"
I got fucked up by well, not that I'm really against it, but I got fucked up by a woman.
Yeah.
But dude, big time. I mean, she made me really have some like breath. You know, the hiccups, and I was like,
Yeah.
so that's for the cameras. She did 6 submissions in 5 minutes.
That's really good.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I love about it. It's like it gives you a new perspective, like everyone can fuck you up here. So yeah.
Well, man, Kung-Fu Panda,
Yes.
new heavyweight LFL champion. That
Yes,
was
sir.
such a pleasure to have a talk with you.
Was a pleasure of
Sir.
mine.
And thank you very much for the insights.
Thank
And
you
we
for
wish
having
you
me.
the best luck for the future.
Thank you.